Hi, my name is Jamie Cosley. I am a cartoonist. I was featured in Star Wars Insider magazine back in October with the title Darth Doodles. I also do a comic book series with my son Tyler and my brother Steven. The 4th issue comes out this summer. Today I wanted to talk to you about habits. And I've been thinking about this all week. Oh, quick pause. If you haven't yet, if you're subscribed and you haven't yet, I've been posting daily shorts. I'm doing celebrity YouTubers. So if you haven't checked that out, pause this and go check that out. Today we're talking about 5 habits that every cartoonist should acquire. This is just my experience. I'm sharing things that I think work. At the end of the day, it's just my opinion. So take it or leave it, but I hope it helps. I'm going to start out with observation. A great cartoonist is going to constantly be observing those around him or her. For instance, you are surrounded by an amazing cast of characters, either your immediate family, your extended family, your friend group, people that can inspire you to create characters for your comic strip or comic book. I'll give you an example. Charles Schulz had a friend named Charlie Brown. The little red-haired girl that didn't return Charlie Brown's love, she was real. She was based on a real lady. Charles Schulz had a dog that looked like Snoopy, that inspired Snoopy. So pay attention to those people around you. Write down things they say. When my kids were little, I used to fill up sketchbooks with things that they did and things they said, and they came up with some crazy stuff that became fodder for comic strips. Number 2, keep a private sketchbook. I think every cartoonist keeps a sketchbook, but in this day and age where we overshare everything, keep a sketchbook that's just for you. Keep a sketchbook that you can experiment with tools of the trade, whether it's a brush pen, watercolors, regular markers, crayons, whatever you want. Use that for scribble scrabbles, not for a work of art that you want to share and you're like, oh, look at this. But just something that's just for you, to inspire you. And keep it with you and try to draw in it every day. Number 3, don't be afraid to encourage others. In this business, a lot of people get all worked up and they attach their worth to whatever project they happen to be working on. Don't do that. First of all, you're worth so much more than whatever you happen to be working on at this moment. Before you put the very first mark on the very first page of your sketchbook, you need to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made and God loves you. But it's important, because a win for one of us is a win for all of us. So don't feel like if you take time to congratulate on somebody else that, you need to be doing more, or, gee, I wish it was me. Your time's going to come. It will. You stick with it and your moment is going to come. It might be a ginormous, earth-shattering, mind-blowing moment, or it might be a quiet revelation enjoyed between you and just a handful of people. But appreciate that, whatever it is, and just know that. And yeah, that's important. Number 4, I'm actually stealing this from Eric Goldberg. Eric Goldberg is the Disney animator. He animated the genie from Aladdin. And that is, oftentimes when we design characters, we automatically know in our minds, okay, well, I know what a rabbit looks like. I know what a dog looks like. And rather than pull from life, we tend to pull from those cartoons and creations that we admire. And so we kind of come up with a hodgepodge of things that we've read over the years. And I was listening to an interview with Eric, and he said he had to take a step back when he was working on the alligator, Louis, and the Princess and the Frog, and actually study photographs of alligators. And he said there were some things that I didn't remember that influenced his design. And now it's easy. I mean, you just Google whatever you need to see, and study that along with those cartoons that you admire. And finally, number 5. Once you start doing this and put yourself out there in your work, you're going to receive unsolicited advice. I think most times people mean well. I really do. But like I'll give you an example. A few years ago, I created a character for a security company, and I had a flat fee. I was like, this character will be yours to do whatever you want with it, and it was $500. And then there was a fee for some of the comics that this person appeared in that was in their newsletter. And so, you know, if you share those things, sometimes people will come out and they'll want to say, well, you should have done this, or you should have done that. Just say thank you, and then do what you feel is best. I kind of feel like if the client gives you $500 and the client is happy, then move on to the next thing. But I think people, for the most part, they mean well, but unsolicited advice is kind of a downer. Find folks that can speak truth into your life. Find folks that can encourage you. Vent to a friend, not online, and just have fun. And again, this is my opinion. These are things that that I feel are important, and I hope they help you out. And as always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. I'm getting lots of requests. Draco Malfoy, Stitch, Strawberry Shortcake, the drummer from Foo Fighters, this lady's dogs. I do receive all your comments, and more how to draw videos are on the way. But I thought this one was important. And I didn't say successful cartoonist or super famous cartoonist. I said cartoonist. Whether you've drawn one comic strip or 1,000,000, welcome to the fold. I hope you stick around. Thank you. Draw every day, read comics, watch cartoons, be nice. Take care.